it out. I'm also live on my YouTube channel. Hey everybody, what's going on? Thanks so much for hanging out, whether you're watching now, later, whenever, hopefully not never. For my YouTube people, I finally got permission from TikTok to go on TikTok live on my phone. So I'm trying that out. So I got kind of a little bit of a dual, actually like a triple stream going on right now. I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on my Twitch account, and I'm also live on one of my TikTok accounts. So yeah, appreciate everybody hanging out. So if I keep looking over here extra, I'm looking at my stream on TikTok and then also looking on my stream on TikTok or Twitch and YouTube. So I'm testing out all of the things. I hope everybody's been doing great. I don't have too much of an agenda planned out for today, a schedule, if you will. Just a couple of things. It's been a little while since I went live. I think my last live was for the big game. And I'm still kind of irritated at myself on that one. Because I looked at the astrology chart. Most of you all know that. And I did have the Patriots winning. Right during the stream, though, I really kind of wanted to change my mind to the Seahawks, and I didn't. So got to just go with it. I have done a couple of charts, astrology charts since then. Might talk about that a little bit. I did pull up the astrology chart for the Portland Trailblazers hosting. I feel like I sound really Minnesotan when I say that. Hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves. That was last night in Portland. So I have my notes pulled up from that. I might share the screen and share the charts. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Again, whether you're just popping through right now. And then, so on the agenda, it's a very loose agenda for today for the stream. Mercury retrograde, people, it is upon us once again. Mercury, our communication planet, will be stationing and then kind of moving its butt backwards. That starts tomorrow. So again, Mercury is our communication planet. It's going to be going retrograde starting tomorrow for about a month. I think it'll go back the regular direction March 20th, around the spring equinox. So that should be interesting. So if people feel if you feel like people are being extra funky in the next month or so, or you have computer problems or car problems, your emails, all sorts of communication stuff, that could be equated to Mercury retrograde. That will be starting tomorrow. So again, just a heads up on that, but it happens all the time. Well, I shouldn't say all the time. It happens a couple of times a year usually. So it's best if you can to kind of put off signing any huge documents, making huge decisions or anything like that during Mercury retrograde. We still have to kind of carry on with our lives. So, but just a little heads up. And again, if car problems, people are being weird on the road, just texting weird, emailing strange, communicating a little bit funky, again, Mercury retrograde, it will be upon us. So just a little heads up to maybe take a moment, step back and be okay, retrograde's happening. And Mercury will be going retrograde in the sign of Pisces. Pisces is a very dreamy sign, dreamy sign, watery sign. Mercury is very, very close to Venus right now. So that could maybe soften things a little bit. Venus is the lesser benefic planet in astrology. So the fact that Mercury is going to be kind of backing up and colliding with Venus again, that might kind of soften the Mercury retrograde funkiness, I guess, so to speak. Hey, everybody on TikTok. Appreciate you joining. I got access to live stream on TikTok on my phone, so I'm trying that out. I am also live on my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. So appreciate everybody just swinging on through, checking it out. If you don't know kind of mainly what I do astrology. I do a lot of sports predictions. I'm taking an animal communication class right now. So doing that. But yeah, and then I talk about all things like paranormal and kind of beyond. So I'm kind of just like a little mix of everything. So yeah, Mercury retrograde, just a heads up, everybody, for that. Again, people being weird, being funky, or you find yourself being like, okay, why am I saying this? Or why am I having trouble thinking or anything like that? I definitely have felt that. Again, just remember retrograde is upon us, Mercury anyway. The only things that don't go retrograde are the sun, the moon, the luminaries. They do not retrograde. So, yes, I do read tarot cards too. Yes. Big Smoke It. I like that name on Twitch. Yeah. I actually have a tarot channel. It's Tarot with Jade. I haven't posted anything on there for a long while, but yes, I do read tarot cards as well. Yeah, I can do that. I was actually going to come on here yesterday and do like a Tarot Tuesday. But then I ended up coming on Wednesday. So, but I have a couple decks right here. Look at this. I got my Mermaid Tarot deck, Cat Tarot. I really like these. These are my medieval Scafini tarot cards, but yeah, you called that correctly. I do tarot as well. Anyway, so yeah, that's happening. And so I've been doing practice sessions for my animal communication class. If you are interested in like a free session, you can email me. I have a little bit of a wait list going on right now, but if you want a free animal communication session, you can email me at contactjade23@gmail.com. The only thing that I ask in return is that you give me feedback. Okay, please. If you sign up for a free session, please give me feedback because that's helping me learn. All right. So I've been doing those. I just had a session with a dog the other day. I haven't asked the dog's owner if I can share anything, I guess, on social media. I should probably ask that. But it went really well. It was very cool. I really enjoyed talking to that dog. So I don't think she would care, but I need to ask first. I don't want to like step my bounds. Hi, Sandy. How you doing? Hi, everybody on TikTok. Thanks so much for stopping on through. Again, I got like permission to go live on my phone on TikTok, so I'm testing that out. I'm also live on my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel, but I've been doing that a lot. But I got permission to go live on TikTok, so there we go. All right, I keep saying a lot. I don't like that. Also on the schedule, very loose schedule for today. So Mercury retrograde. I'm probably going to pull up the Timberwolves Blazers chart, Portland Trail Blazers chart for the game from last night because I did look that up. I had the Wolves winning that one, so I'll maybe break that down a little bit. And it was a close one. The Wolves actually only won by 3 points, but they won. And I might share my sundog picture that I got. It was really, really cool. Hi, Delton. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, stranger. Not really a stranger, but how you doing? Good to see you. Hallie, hi. Appreciate you stopping through. Thanks so much. I hope I said your name right. But yeah, Delton, I'm on all sorts of things right now. So again, I'm on TikTok on my phone. I'm testing that out. And I'm on my YouTube and Twitch channel. So thanks everybody for hanging out. And again, Mercury retrograde starting tomorrow, people. So just beware. And again, if you can avoid anything like huge, I mean, we still got to live our lives. But if you can kind of put off signing anything big, like, I don't know, purchasing a house or something like that. I mean, we still got to live our lives, but I would say the top thing for me during Mercury retrograde is just, if you can, like, back up your files, back up your computer. I definitely have to do that myself. And then just remember, if people are being like extra, maybe annoying, or you're like, why aren't you understanding what I am saying? Just remember Mercury retrograde and just kind of let it roll off. And then let's see what else. Oh, some Minnesota Vikings chatter, because that never ends. I swear it never ends. The quarterback kerfuffle that seriously is ongoing for this team since since its infancy, since it started, okay? And it's just like there are so many names being floated around for the Minnesota Vikings right now that and a couple of names where I'm like, I don't even want to say those names. I don't even want to see those people in purple jerseys, but it doesn't really matter because I don't have any control over that. So whatever. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I did pull up a couple of videos. Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Vikings, and also people. I am a Survivor fan. So Survivor 50 people. Okay. It starts tonight. So I have the cast list pulled up. I looked at it briefly, but I'm like, who the hell is actually going to be on Survivor 50? I'm still waiting for the call, CBS. Okay. I've auditioned for Survivor 3 times now, and I'm waiting. I'm also watching The Traitors. I don't know if anybody else is watching The Traitors, but I found it to be kind of boring. There's only 1 episode left. And I think that's tomorrow. The finale of The Traitors is tomorrow. And let's see what else on my schedule. Oh, I don't know if anybody else can relate to this. And it could be, again, going back to Mercury retrograde. Does anyone else just feel like an absolute idiot at work sometimes? I was feeling like a complete idiot at work today. And I know I'm not an idiot. At least I'm pretty sure I'm not an idiot. But sometimes it's like, ugh, why does doing a job sometimes make you feel like an absolute moron? Okay. And I know I'm not a moron most of the time. But again, I could equate that to the Mercury retrograde going on too, where I'm just like feeling a little bit funky and feeling a little bit off, but oh my gosh, you changed your name. Remind me of your name. Oh my God, I know you're Gemini. Why do I remember your sign, but I can't remember your name? Please tell me. Oh my God, it's been a minute. How are you doing? And I don't even know. Recipe bra? Recipe. I'm probably not even saying that right. Okay, so let me share my screen here. Okay. And then there's another thing. I don't know if you guys want to watch it or if you've heard about it, but it's basically like this viral video that's going on right now of a woman sharing a way to wash your undergarments if you're staying in a hotel. And if you guys stay in a hotel or you frequent hotels, I would suggest that you never, ever, ever use the coffee maker in the hotel, especially if they have a Keurig. Okay, just don't freaking do it. Why do people have to people? Why? My God. Seriously. Okay. Let me see. All right. Just because I brought it up, I'm going to share it. And this is, I don't even want to give this woman like extra energy, but this is so insane. Okay. So I got the video, the TikTok video pulled up. I will share it with you guys. Did I say it right? Oh, it's the city you were born in. Right on. Recife, Brazil means reef in Portuguese. That's amazing. Thank you. Did I say that right or did I completely butcher that? I hope not. All right. So let me share this TikTok video that has been going around. I saw it, I think, like last week, and then I heard people talking about it. And I don't know if this person is actually sharing something that she really does, or if it's just kind of what they like the kids call like rage baiting. I'm not even exactly sure, but I'm going to share it with you guys right now. Okay. Hi, Bob. Skull back. Good to see you. Who's going to be the quarterback of the Vikings? It's like the never-ending story. Who's going to be the quarterback of the Vikings? Okay. At this point, I don't even care anymore. All right. And we just went into the year of the fire horse too. And JJ McCarthy's Chinese animal is a horse. They need to ride it out. Okay. Just stick with the kid and see what he's got. But get into that a little bit more. Okay, you guys, here it is. Here's the video. Again, if you're ever in a hotel don't use a coffee maker, okay? Don't do it. Take the word almost out? What do you mean? Oh, almost? So I didn't get close at all? Or I did get close? Recipe?
The coolest tricks ever. Say you're traveling and you didn't pack enough underwear and you're just like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna wear tomorrow?
Okay, so she's saying, you guys, if you didn't pack enough underwear, here's a little hack for you to do, okay? Let me just let it play. Let me just let it play before I share my thought. So that here's the hack. Again, never use a Keurig in a hotel, people. Just don't do it.
It has like a coffee pot thing in it. Every room, even the other coffee makers where it like brews through. All you have to do, put your underwear where you would put the coffee grounds.
No, don't.
Close it. You press brew, and it puts scorching hot water through it. You guys, then the hairdryer in the bathroom, you blow dry those bad boys, and you got yourself a cleaner pair of underwear to wear. I did not realize how many people.
How about you just wash your underwear in the sink or the tub? Or don't wear any underwear, or go get a new pair of underwear, or pack enough underwear. What? Again, I don't know if she was doing this just to, again, rage bait people, but who even thinks of that? I would have never even thought of that. Like, my undies are dirty and I don't have any more to wear. Why don't I stick them in the Keurig to clean them? Hey, you know what else has scorching hot water? The bathtub or the sink in the hotel room. I swear this has to be fake. It's like, I didn't even know about this. People, why do people have to ruin everything? So now you can't have coffee in your hotel if they have a Keurig. Just don't do it.
People already knew this hack. I learned it years ago from a friend that was a flight attendant.
She learned it from a flight attendant. I can't right now. I can't. I can't. Oh my God. Oh my glob, I should say. Anyway, so that was kind of making the rounds, you guys. But again, please avoid that at all costs. And just remember, if you're traveling, to pack enough underwear. Okay? My God. All right. So, season 50, Survivor, you guys, starts tonight. Anybody else watching? Here's the cast. I'm going to go through it. I'm like, who? Some of these people, I'm like, okay, I don't even remember you. All right, let's go through it. I will be watching, of course. Okay. And still, we got Jeff Probst. All right. He's still there. He created the show. He's going to be there until the end. All right. So we got Jenna. I remember Jenna. She was on season 1. Okay. And season 8. And some of these people have been on Survivor multiple times, which is fine. I guess there's a reason for that. But again, I've auditioned 3 times. Can I get on there, please? All right. So we got Jenna. And then we got Colby returning. He was on 3 seasons. Seasons 2, Australian Outback, and All Stars and Heroes and Villains. Stephanie, I don't remember her. She was on seasons 10, 11, and 20. Damn, it's like some of these people are getting like the 4th time to play Survivor. And I want to be on there 1 time. All right. Sari, I do remember her. Ozzy, we got Ozzy. And again, like seriously, this is like their 4th time. I swear. For these people that are on season 50 of Survivor, I mean, good for you guys that you get to go on there again, but this should be it, okay? Like, you already had your chance to play. Some of you already won. Okay, enough. Go be on the Traitors or something. We got Coach coming back. I do remember him. Should be interesting. We got Aubrey. I can't believe she's been on 3 seasons. That is crazy. I do like Aubrey. Chrissy, I vaguely remember her. Christian, vaguely remember him. Oh, look at that. Somebody that was only on 1 season. All right. Hi, Roy. Thanks for joining. I'm testing out TikTok Live on my phone. Appreciate you stopping by, checking it out. Thanks for being here. Angelina, excuse me. I do vaguely remember her as well. Season 37. We got Mike coming back. he's also on season 37. And he's a writer too he's like a creator of a bunch of TV shows. I don't remember which ones, but he's very successful in TV. I believe as a writer, maybe producer, creator, that whole realm. All right. So he's going to be playing. It's like, all right, let's give him some more. Rick, I did like Rick a lot. He was on season 38. He'll be back. Jonathan, I do remember him. He was on season 42. Dee, she won Survivor. She was very, very good. She was on season 45. She won season 45 of Survivor, so she shall be returning. My girl, Emily. Emily was also on season 45. I'm glad that she's going to be coming back. Q, I like him too. He was on season 46. So again, they're on season 50, the big one. So they're probably going to have a bunch of like surprise stuff like up their sleeves. Who knows? But Tiffany, she was also on season 46. We got a lot of season 46 people on here. Charlie, he played a pretty good game. He was on season 46 too. Genevieve, she was on season 47. I liked her. If I remember correctly, I feel like she talked about astrology on Survivor. All right, my phone is telling me, I don't know, telling me something over here. Camilla, I do like her. She was on season 48. Kyle, I mean, he's fine. He came pretty close. I don't know if he got to the final 3. I feel like he might have got to the final 3. Or no, he won. Oh my God, he won season 48. That's right. I'm like, oh, did he get to the final 3? He won. We got another winner returning. I feel like on season 48, I don't remember who the final 3 were, but if my memory serves me correctly, now that I see that he won, I feel like he did play the best game to win. And then we got Joe coming back, firefighter dad from season 48. I liked him. He played like a really like loyal game. I think he's from the East Coast, if I remember correctly, but who knows at this point. Rizzo, he was just on season 49. It'll be interesting to see how he does because season 49, I just like really wasn't that impressed with season 49. Spoiler alert, winner of season 49. She's also going to be coming back. Savannah, she had it in the bag the entire time. I mean, the entire time. Steven came kind of close in season 49. Sage she made the final 3. But I mean, it was Savannah's game the whole entire time. They had like a couple of opportunities to vote Savannah out and they didn't do it. So she won. All right. So she won. And it was like no surprise at all that she won. So season 50 starts in a couple of hours. I shall be watching. All right. And 2, I want to give a shout out to my cousin. His basketball, well, it's not his basketball team. He plays for the Concordia Cobbers in Moorhead, Minnesota. And they're moving on in the playoffs. So they just won last night. So congratulations to my cousin. He's pretty much like a basketball all-star. You go to the men's basketball page for Concordia, and he's just like, he's right there, front and center, but he's very, very good. So happy for him. I was maybe going to watch some highlights of the game here. I guess I have it pulled up, so I'll do it. Again, thanks everybody for just stopping on through, especially people on my TikTok account. Appreciate you just stopping by, checking it out. I'm kind of just testing the live stream on TikTok as I go. So it's pretty much it's kind of like a grab bag of topics right now. So I did want to watch some highlights from my cousin's game. Let's see here. And that's him right there. That's my cousin. He's number 33. So they had a game last night and they won. They won, I think, by quite a bit. Oh, there goes my cousin. Shooting basket. Oh, God. It's so loud. played Carlton, I think. I can see my aunt and uncle sitting in the stands. They dominated. I think they won by... What was the score? They won 74-52. So they're in the playoffs. So go Powers. There goes my cousin again. All-star. I think their next game is tomorrow. So, woohoo! Congratulations to them. They killed it. Nice. I just wanted to watch some highlights of that because I wanted to watch the live stream of the game. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you stopping by. I wanted to watch the game last night on their live stream on their website, but then they were like, you need to pay for this. I've watched their live streams before. I didn't have to pay. All right. I didn't have to pay. All right, you guys. Minnesota Vikings chatter here. Quarterback kerfuffle, quarterback conversation, because there is really no offseason with football at all or with the NFL. My personal opinion, again, just take the little cherub, JJ McCarthy, just ride it out, okay? Give him an opportunity. Just go with it. Again, his Chinese animal is a horse. We just moved into the year of the horse. Give him an opportunity. I swear, if frickin' Pizza Ranch Boy comes back again, I'm going to have to pull up the singing video and we're going to have to watch that all season again. I can't do it. I don't think I can stomach that. And also names that we're hearing, okay, for Minnesota Vikings quarterbacks so the kid can just sit there and watch, which should have happened last year, okay? And they should have just kept Sam Darnold the whole entire time. But, oh, no, can't sit with us. You're not good enough to be here, okay? Talked about that so many times. And then what did Sam Darnold go and do? He went and flew off to Seattle and helped that team win the big game. So the Vikings are kind of looking extra stupid right now. And Kevin O'Connell is on the hot seat. All right. And he should have been on the hot seat the whole entire time, in my opinion, honestly. Okay. Quarterback whisperer, my ass. I don't think so. What whispering has been going on? What? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And I want to know who gave him that name. Okay. Thanks everybody on TikTok for stopping through. Appreciate it. I got like 3 different streams going on. Again, appreciate everybody just stopping on through. And another name that is being thrown around even more so. It's getting more traction today. I don't remember. One of the talking NFL heads was kind of talking about it. I don't know if it was like Ian Rappaport or who it was. But he who shall not be named, the quarterback that used to be the quarterback for the evil to the east, the Green Bay Packers, who was also the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers this last year, that has been a name that has been thrown around to come play for the Vikings. And at this point, I just have to wash my hands of it. I have no control of it. I mean, whatever. They're going to do what they want anyway. And honestly, I'm sure Schmerin Fodgers is probably going to end up in purple. That's probably going to be what's going to happen. It's probably going to be either him or freaking Pizza Ranch Boy back again. And if I had to pick between those two, I mean, it's a wash. It's a wash. He who shall not be named would probably be the cheaper option than Pizza Ranch Boy. Mr. Oh, yeah, only missing piece. And then just bamboozles the Vikings for more and more money every year. But I digress. So, yeah, that's happening. I guess, I mean, for Farron Fodgers, he doesn't even know if he's going to come back and play again. And I guess it's going to be announced in like mid-March or something. Like, okay. How about you just be done? Go on with your next venture. Goodbye. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, if I had to guess, I'm pretty sure he's going to be coming back again. Okay. And with Kwesi Adofo-Mensah being fired as the GM for the Vikings, guess who the magnifying glass is on now? Kevin O'Connell, course it is. And again, it should have been on him the whole entire time, because I think that the Quasi firing was just like the smoke and mirrors, like the scapegoat for Kevin O'Connell keeping his job with the Vikings. Because what the hell have you actually done? What have you done? Again, whispering. What whispering? Okay. Hi, Ethan. Thanks for stopping by. TikTok is telling me to invite somebody. I'm just like flying on the seat of my pants on the TikTok live. All right. Just trying it out. I know that there's like practice mode on TikTok to try it out, but I'm just diving right in. All right. I'm just diving right in. So Mercury retrograde, we talked about that. Again, if anybody is interested in a free animal session where I connect with your animal, I'm taking a class for that. So I'm doing free practice sessions right now. If you are interested in that, I do have a little bit of a wait list going on, but you can email me at contactjade23@gmail.com. And the only thing that I'm asking in return is feedback. All right. Feedback, please, please. Please. All right. Now, what else? Oh, yes. The chart for the Timberwolves and the Pacers game from last night. I do just want to pull that up. I have still been doing charts, you guys. The last one I posted about was, I think, the big game. So it's been a minute, but I have been practicing and doing charts still. So, again, the Portland Trailblazers hosted the Minnesota Timberwolves last night, and I'm pretty sure the final score was 127 to 124. I'm going to look that up again really quick. And I didn't post this anywhere, so you just have to believe me, but I do have my nerd notes about it from my nerd notebook. I had the Timberwolves winning that one, but it was kind of like a push and pull for me. All right, Timberwolves ended up winning last night 124 to 121. So it was very close. They only won by 3. And they got absolutely obliterated by the Sixers a couple nights prior. And I did do the chart for the Timberwolves at home versus the Philadelphia 76ers. And I thought that the Timberwolves were going to win that one, and the Sixers just completely, again, obliterated them. So, I just looked at the clock, and I've been streaming for 33 minutes and 33 seconds. All right. And again, astrologically speaking, people, we have Mercury retrograde starting tomorrow. So, again, just kind of, if you can, take things a little bit slower. I've been feeling kind of the effects of it. I have to back up my computer. But yeah, pretty much back up any files that you have. I think that's kind of like the most important thing. And if you can, just maybe have a little bit more patience with yourself and with people. If they're driving weird, if they're texting you and you're like, what are you even talking about? Why aren't you understanding what I'm saying? That could be happening. And Mercury will collide with Mars pretty soon. Mars is the planet of anger and aggression. So just a heads up on that. But again, Mercury retrograde happens a couple of times a year. So it is what it is. And again, to soften the blow, I feel like it might soften the blow of Mercury retrograde, that Mercury will be backing into Venus. And Venus, again, is the lesser benefic planet. It's the planet, what we love, what we find fashionable, our aesthetic. Venus rules money too. So, all right. So hopefully maybe that could be some good stuff. And, there's plenty of people that are born with Mercury retrograde. So this could be a better time for people that are born with Mercury retrograde. Again, Mercury communication planet, when it's retrograde, it's just moving backwards or spinning, backwards than it normally does. So, and I wouldn't be surprised too if there was it usually seems like with every Mercury retrograde, there's some sort of like social media hiccup, or like a social media platform maybe goes down or can't use it for a little while. I think YouTube was kind of being funky about last week or a couple of days ago. So that very well could happen again, but it's just like riding out the wave, because Mercury will go back to moving direct. So, and any sort of like delays, flight delays, being in traffic for a little while, waiting on an email or waiting for somebody to get back to you via like text message or something like that. Those are things that could maybe happen a little bit more for the next month or so. But, again, just roll with it. Try to be a little extra patient with yourself. And again, if you find yourself like, oh, why is somebody not understanding me? Just be like, oh, I'm going to just maybe not blame Mercury retrograde, but I'm going to, say that that's Mercury just kind of acting up a little bit. So just ride out the wave and yeah, it'll be all right. So back to the Timberwolves and the Trailblazers, the chart here. All right. So for last night's game, and the moon is still currently in Gemini, you guys. The moon is going to be trining Mars. The moon is our feelings, kind of like our private self, our emotions. Gemini is the sign of the twins. And Gemini too is associated with mind and thinking and duality. All right. So with the moon making good communication to Mars, maybe some of you too might take, and I would say actually this is probably a good time to put energy into backing up files, making sure you have all your paperwork, especially before Mercury does go retrograde. Mercury rules the sign of Gemini, and the moon is going to be making really good communication. It's going to be trine Mars. Mars is our ambition, our energy, our drive. So if we can like put some of our energy into things Mercury related, maybe tying up any loose ends you might have, having a conversation maybe tonight that you've maybe been like putting off, that might not be a bad idea either, because you're getting the moon in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mars is in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is very like future oriented, if I can talk. So putting some energy into that might not be a bad idea, especially tonight with the moon supporting Mars. And yeah, before Mercury goes retrograde tomorrow too. So that might not be a bad idea. And the moon will be moving into the sign of Cancer. The moon rules Cancer. So that'll be really good here. She should be moving into Cancer like tomorrow. She's in the later degrees of Gemini right now. So yeah, I just kind of saw that when I pulled up the chart of the planets right now. And yeah, with the moon supporting Mars, get all that stuff done. Get some stuff done that you've been avoiding. Yeah, especially anything Mercury related. I know myself, I'm going to back up my computer, back up my files, because my computer's been acting funky too. So hi, Allie. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much again on TikTok for just stopping on through. Okay. So, Timberwolves, again, last night, the moon, she's the co-ruler of every single horary chart or sports or prediction chart that I do. At the start of the game, the moon was at 14 degrees of Gemini, and it was right next to the part of fortune, which is an Arabic lot. And the Timberwolves were actually, speaking of Mercury, the Timberwolves were ruled by Mercury last night during the game. The Trailblazers were co-ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. And with the Trailblazers losing, I think one of the main things that helped the Timberwolves overcome was the fact that Mercury was at 22 degrees of Pisces last night, and Venus and Mercury are right next to each other. Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces. So Venus is like an honored guest in the sign of Pisces. And again, Venus is the lesser benefic planet. So with the Timberwolves being so close to Venus, I think that really, really helped them. And then for the Trailblazers, one of their rulers, Neptune, which can kind of bring delusion, illusion. Things are not always what they seem when it comes to Neptune. And Neptune is the modern day ruler of Pisces. It's kind of like putting on the rose-colored glasses. And, Pisces and Neptune can be associated with like drugs or alcohol. So if you think about what kind of happens when you get a little inebriated, you kind of, you got certain glasses on. You can't see things necessarily clear. So for last night, with the Trailblazers being co-ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is right next to Saturn right now. And Saturn will bring delays and blockages and will, close a door right in your face. It will slow things down. Saturn is the greater malefic planet in astrology. So I think like for the Trailblazers last night, one of their rulers, Neptune, right next to Saturn. Well, no, I don't think that's going to happen. Mun, I got an invite to co-host. I'm just kind of like testing out TikTok right now. That might have been like a mistake or something. Maybe in the future, that'd be cool though. All right. It's kind of cool that TikTok will give me a summary. Talking about Mercury retrograde tips. But anyway, so I feel like that was one of the things that kind of got in the Trailblazers' way. Again, it was a very close game. The Wolves only won by 3 points. And another thing, too, was that the Timberwolves were ruled by Mercury last night. And Mercury, the Timberwolves, were right on top of the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers as a team, their ascendant, again, which is them, their body, themselves as a team, was at 22 degrees of Pisces. And Mercury, i.e. the Timberwolves, was also at 22 degrees of Pisces. So it's like the Wolves were right there, right smack dab on top of them. And then also with the Trailblazers being co-ruled by Neptune, and Neptune just being right next to Saturn, nope, we're going to stop you right there. So I think that was kind of the main points that I wanted to touch on. Let's see. Oh, another thing for the Timberwolves too, nerd notes for the win, you guys, okay, is that Saturn, again, the greater malefic planet, slows things down, okay, will create delays. Saturn ruled how the Timberwolves played their game last night, and Saturn was, again, right on top of Neptune, the Trailblazers. Saturn was right in the Trailblazers' first house of themselves as a team, right next to them. Boom, we're slowing you down. And you know what stopped them? How the Timberwolves played their game. Because again, Saturn ruled how the Timberwolves played their game last night. All right. And then for the Timberwolves too, they had Jupiter in their 10th house. The 10th house is how you are perceived on a public level. It's the highest point in the chart. Jupiter is the greater benefic planet. It can usually bring blessings and good luck. And the thing too about Jupiter is it doesn't know any boundaries. So whatever it's touching, it's going to really expand it. Whereas like Saturn will block. All right. And Saturn is all about boundaries. So it's like the Timberwolves really put a boundary up. They had some extra blessings from Jupiter and they ended up winning the game by 3 points. So on a public level, the Timberwolves came out as the victor. And also for the Timberwolves, they had Pluto in their 5th house of how they played their game last night. Pluto is the planet of like death and rebirth and, destruction. So their game kind of destroyed the Trailblazers in a way. And then the Timberwolves also had Mars in their 5th house. And Mars, again, is our energy, our ambition, our action, our drive. And Mars does really, really well when it comes to sports, because if you think about sports, usually it takes a lot of energy and ambition, all right, when you're playing a sport. So all of those things I think kind of came into play for last night's game. So I did just kind of want to touch on that. I think the Timberwolves are playing their next game, I think, is tomorrow. They're on a little bit of a roadie right now. They're on the West Coast. So the Timberwolves are going to be playing the Clippers tomorrow night. So I'll probably pull up that chart. And then they're going to be playing the Denver Nuggets on Sunday. And for anybody that doesn't know, I am in Minnesota. That's kind of why I do Minnesota predictions, or why they're on my radar a little bit more. But I am trying to do more predictions that are, for games that I don't have any affiliation to either team. Because when I do the predictions too, I can't be like a fan. of either team. I have to stay completely neutral. And the game on Sunday is actually going to be on ABC, so I'm going to be able to watch it. So maybe I'll try to pop back on for a stream on Sunday and do some planetary pregame and do a prediction for the Wolves at the Denver Nuggets. That could be kind of fun, so I might do that. All right. But anyway, I think that's everything that I had on the docket today. Oh, and one more thing, because I got to go get ready to watch Survivor, you guys. Survivor season 50. If you guys did not see it, I'll just share here really quick. I got a really awesome photo of what's called like a sundog. And it happens when it's really, really cold outside, basically. But I'm going to share it quick. I did post it as a short on my YouTube channel. And I did post it on one of my TikTok accounts too. My TikTok accounts are in the description of this video if you want to go check it out. But it was so cool. Like the sun looked like a diamond in the sky. So I'm just going to share it really quickly. And then I'm probably going to pop off. I'm going to go play with my dog here. Again, I was just testing out because TikTok gave me permission to go live on my phone. So I wanted to try that out. And people have been popping through, so that was nice, you know, that they're checking it out. So I'm trying to do more on TikTok too. Alrighty. But yeah, isn't this cool, you guys? Look at the sun. It looks like just an absolute diamond. Isn't that so cool? And then you get the two rings kind of like on this, or like rainbow edges on the side. But anyway, so I posted this on my shorts. This was on Sunday morning. But yeah, isn't that so cool? The sun literally looks like a diamond. Crazy. And I mean, I've seen, and they call it a sundog. That's like the term that they call it. But I've seen them before, but like nothing like how the sun looked right here. I mean, this was like extra, extra cool. So, and then Mars, who's on the channel frequently, I don't think he's here today. I don't think he's been on right now, but hold on. He suggested that wait a minute, what's that? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. All right. The streaming platform is just, they've got some new settings on there. So they have this little thing that was like show on the stream. So I wanted to see what it was. But he suggested that I share this with like a weather channel or something, because it's, I don't know. I mean, it is pretty cool. I'm not opposed to that, but it's like, where do I send it in? Who do I send it to? Not exactly sure. But I don't know. I just think it was really cool. So I got that captured, post a little video, and I took a couple of pics because the majority of you know me. I'm always taking pics of the sky, you know, talking about astrology, looking at the sky all the time. So anyway, and we are going to have a full moon coming up here too pretty soon. So we got some planetary happenings. And yeah, I mean, the planets, what's going on in the sky usually reflects what's going on down here too. So, oh, you know, and before I go, all this like alien chatter too about like disclosure and stuff, you know, I mean, you guys, majority of you know this, like, yeah, the aliens, yeah, they've always been here. They're around. Like, I personally believe we're not the only beings in the entire universe. No way. I think there's multiple versions of us all living at the same time, everywhere, all the time. And with all the like alien chatter going on right now, and like we're going to disclose it and stuff. Like, okay. Yeah, I mean, that would be great. Don't get me wrong. Like, that would be absolutely cool if they came out and were like, yeah, look at all the stuff we have. But I think they've had that stuff like all along, you know, probably been communicating, in my opinion, entertainment only with aliens all the time. It's always been happening. Okay. Again, that's my opinion. So And part of me is just like, oh, okay, you guys are talking about it right now. So, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, look over here, and then we're going to be over here doing something over here. So, I don't know. And, you know, there's also been talk about like they have to slowly like roll it out that like aliens, UFOs, otherworldly beings are you know real. They have to do little breadcrumbs, whoever they are, because they say that like entire society or whatever can't handle it. Mm-hmm. But that's another thing too, where how we've moved into this air age too, and all about like enlightenment just as like a collective too, and realizing like things that we thought and things that we were told aren't actually that way. So, and that has to do, in my belief, and so I've heard too, with kind of the outer planets. Uranus is like future new wave. Hi, Allie. Thanks for stopping through. New wave, like future oriented. And Uranus is going to be moving into Gemini. Gemini, about the mind. There's duality, like two worlds. Okay. I think there's multiple versions of us living at the same time, multiple, you know, timelines happening all at the same time. So that kind of becoming more out in the open is a thing I think we're going to hear even more about. And with Neptune going into Aries, Aries is the very first sign of the zodiac, and it's a fire sign. And with Neptune being so close to Saturn, Neptune again is like what's kind of like hidden. There's an illusion there. And Saturn is like the karmic teacher, like Father Time. Like this is what it is. We're going to put up a boundary. So those two planets coming together too, it's like, you know, what do you actually believe in? Because Neptune is also associated with like spirituality and religion and things like that. And Saturn is kind of like, I don't want to say like a reality slap, but again, it's like the karmic teacher, the karmic taskmaster. Like, what do you believe? Here's what's actually happening. So I think we're going to be kind of seeing and hearing even more of that to come. But I mean, I'm all for it because, yeah, I mean, again, the majority of you that know me, you know that like there's probably like aliens just all around us all the time. We just can't see them right now and all that sort of stuff. And I've had way too many like personal experiences to just be like, no, we're the only ones here. No, we're not. Okay. Never have been. Anyway, that discussion could go on for like hours and hours and hours. And I think at some point too, I'm going to share I have a video of like a UFO, and I was stuck staring at it in the sky for so long that I only have a couple seconds of it. But I've shared that on my YouTube channel before. And I have a really, really good like apparition, like ghost photo. I've shared that on my YouTube channel before. I might share that again. So it's just like all this stuff has happened. But I think that's all part of the age, the air age, and moving into like enlightenment, you know, just as a collective too. So I think it's really exciting. But definitely probably going to not be smooth sailing and like a bumpy ride. But yeah, anyway. So that's what I got, you guys. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Probably going to pop off now. It's been almost an hour. But yeah, we went all over the place. And that's just how I do, you guys. Because my YouTube channel is obviously sports, stars, and beyond. So we go all the way beyond. And too, for anybody on YouTube and you guys are on TikTok, my TikTok channels are in the description of the video if you want to follow along. I have one that I do astrology mainly on. I have another one for my dog. And then I have another one where I do kind of like work from home sort of stuff. But anyway, if you guys want to stop on through and follow me over there, that would be awesome. But appreciate everybody hanging out. And I'll try to be back on Sunday too. And to do the Timberwolves and the Nuggets, to do the astrology prediction, pull up the chart for that game. And I'm going to reach out to a couple of people that I've done sessions with their animals, talk to their animals, and asked them if they'd be okay with me sharing some of the session, because it's always cool to share like what you get when you're talking to the animals. So, yeah, but anyway, that's all I got. All right, everybody on TikTok, thanks again for stopping on through. Analyzing NBA games using astrology. Ask for a team's astrological chart. Oh yeah, that could be cool. That might be something I'll do. And I'm not sharing the screen or anything on TikTok right now, but I can do that anyway. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to end my TikTok first. I'm just like flying on the seat of my pants over here, testing out the live option on my phone. And I don't know how to end it. I don't know how to end it, you guys. How do I end it? All right, I'm going to try to end my TikTok stream. Everybody on YouTube and Twitch, I appreciate you just hanging out, watching me try to end this stream or this live. All right, TikTok, thank you. Appreciate you all being here. I'll see you on the next one. All right, I figured it out. Okay, I figured it out, you guys. Woo! I can do it. All right. So, Big Smoke It, appreciate you being here. Delton, thanks for hanging out. Bob, my Gemini friend, appreciate y'all. And yeah, again, Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow, but nothing to be fearful of. Just back up all your stuff. Myself included, I have to take my own advice. Send the email. And if you can do any of that stuff tonight, you guys, like any sort of like text messages, emails, tying up loose ends, getting car fixed, tuning it up, any of that sort of stuff, anything that has to do with communication, if you can get that done tonight, that would be a really good time to do it. Again, before Mercury's retrograde starts tomorrow, and the moon is in a really good communication with Mars. Again, Mars, ambition, energy, drive. The moon is in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So tonight would be a good time to kind of tie up any loose ends and put some energy into, all things communication if you can do it. And the retrograde lasts until I think March 20th. So, but happens frequently. So don't let it scare you or anything like that. But again, if you're in your car and things are moving a little slower, people are just not understanding what you're saying. If you're having thoughts, so you're just like, why can't I articulate this correctly? Give yourself a break, because it could be just Mercury retrograde shenanigans. So, all right. But I'm about to hit an hour. Appreciate everybody being here. And hopefully I'll be back Sunday. But until then, everybody take care. Be good. Stay safe. All the things. And I'll see you next